VIP groups, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. When I was asked to do this, I was like, yes! I will talk about VIP groups because they're awesome, and I had an awesome one. And so I sent the email back like, yes, I will totally train on that, and then the reality set in, and I was like, oh my god, my VIP group is tanking right now. Why did I just agree to this? But I told myself that I was going to commit to revamping it and doing what I knew that was working, and so I'm back at where I need to be right now, so I feel comfortable talking to you guys about groups. So, but it's okay. I just want to mention that if you have had an awesome group and it's gone kind of stagnant and it's like crickets, we can build it back. So I'm going to give you some basic tips, and then we'll talk about a few more intricate things towards the end. So what is a VIP group? It's a closed or secret group where you can bring your customers in, bring people in that you want to kind of keep engaged with your Posh business. I can't read that down there. But you're going to make them special. It's an exclusive group. You're going to make them feel pampered and feel like VIPs. It's different from a business or fan page. Business or fan page, they're liking, and you can post things over there and they're seeing it, but a group is a group. It's private. You can offer those specials and things like that that you can't post on your personal page because nobody else can see it in their public feed. And I included this little graphic here to show you the difference. When you're creating one, if you don't have one right now and you're going to create one, or you can change the settings later, there's a difference here. So they're all private groups, but there's a difference between a closed group and a secret group. Mine is closed, and that's how I train my team to create theirs, because if it's a closed group, you have to be a member to see what's being posted in there. But it's also searchable. So you can search Katrina's VIP group, and it's going to pull it up in that Facebook little window up there. People can request to be added to it. You can post the link in your parties, which I'm going to talk about later. If it's secret, it's totally secret. Nobody's going to know it exists. You have to physically add them in, or members of your group can add them in too. But I recommend just creating a closed group and not a secret group. So who are they for? They're for any customer who's ever placed an order with you, or anybody who has ever I'm going to get to that. Anybody who's ever placed an order with you. So no matter what the price point, if she's ordering a $4 lip balm from you every month, she's a VIP. If she's ordering $100 from you every month, she's a VIP too. She's also a potential team member, but that's beside the point. But anybody that's ordering from you, talk about your VIP group. You want to add them in there. Anyone who's ever shown interest in the products or the business, so even if they've never placed an order with you, they can be VIPs. You want them in that group so that you can engage in conversation with them, keep them there, make them feel pampered, even if they've never purchased from you. Anyone who's ever hosted a party with you and her guests, which I'll talk about later too. You want to talk about your group with everybody that you're encountering. Strangers that you meet in the supermarket. You can hand them your business card if your link is searchable. You can put that link on there, and so that's where they can contact you. You don't have to be friends with everybody that you're adding to your group, and I think that's important because I used to friend everybody, like, oh, friend me on Facebook. You can follow me, and I post all this stuff on Facebook, and then that's a really good way to, add them to your team eventually and stuff. But your VIP group is a good place for that because you don't have to friend everybody. They can just be strangers, but they'll get to know you later. So when should you create one? Hello?
Now.
If you don't have one, now is the perfect time. It doesn't matter if you've been doing Posh for a year if you don't have a group. I didn't start a group right when I joined. I didn't even know what they were. I don't even know if we had VIP groups back then, but it was like ages ago. But start one now. Now is the perfect time. I train my girls to start them as soon as they join. It's in my welcome letter. Start a VIP group. I have a little training thread, video thread. We talk about VIP groups there, so it's an important thing. Even if they don't have any customers yet, make sure that your girls are creating one and slowly adding people to them. Okay. So why would you need a group? Why not just post everything to your personal page? It's private. So we talked about this before. You can post specials and sales that you cannot post on your personal page because it's against QB. But you also are making them feel important and exclusive there instead of just your personal page. It takes away the need to post everything on your personal page, cutting down on spam, because we're not all about that life, right? We're not posting a bunch of graphics to our page. We're going to balance things out between our personal page and our VIP group. I hope helps you build relationships with your customers. How many times do we talk about building relationships with people? I feel like our personal page is so different from our VIP group. You can do a lot more things in your group and build those relationships with complete strangers that you normally would not be able to do on the page. And it makes them feel special. It makes them feel like they're being pampered. I do things in my group that are only for my group, and I make sure that they know that when you're posting a special or you're doing, a game or something. I think we did like Posh this month, and somebody asked, does it count if I place an order in a party? Yes, it does count for you because you're my VIP. It does not count for everybody else in that party unless they want to join my VIP group. But it's making them feel like they're important and exclusives are just for them. How do you manage it? I love, love, love this quote. Before people buy from you, they have to buy into you. We talk about being personal. You don't want them to think that they are there just because you want to sell them something or just because you want them to join your team. You want it to be very personal. Be consistent with your posts. I recommend posting once a day. If you're a planner, put it down on your planner. Plan it out. Plan out what you're going to post. I tend to fly by the seat of my pants, and sometimes I forget to do things like that because my life is crazy sometimes. I mean, we all have to balance those things out. But if you can post at least once a day in your group, that will keep them engaged. They're not going to turn off their notifications. They're not going to forget that your VIP group exists if you're posting once a day. Mix your posts. Don't post all sales. Don't post all graphics. We have some amazing graphics from home office, do we not? I mean, yes, they're pretty fabulous. But you don't want to share those every single day or multiple times a day. It's overwhelming. If you can actually get them, do a little contest. If you can get them to like the Perfectly Posh corporate page, the Oh My Posh Facebook page, all of those sales are posted there. I mean, a lot of them are. So they're seeing those there, which makes you not have to post all of that there. You can then balance personal things that you're posting along with some other things. Don't spam them, yes. So these are some examples of things you could post or things that I have posted there. So when the new kits came out, I don't remember which one this was, but instead of posting the graphic or sharing it over that, this is the new August, kit, join my team, and here's my link, this is how you do it. Don't post those things. They don't want to see that. This is the way that you could do it. Screenshot it, take a picture of the kit without all the, mumbo jumbo around it, and ask them. And now that we, things will change, but this one, there's two different options here. You're asking them which one they would choose. It's not talking about the kit. It's not talking about your link to join. It's simply saying this is a $99 bundle, and it's asking for some interaction. They're going to answer your question. And this one was a hit. People were chatting and not even realizing that it was the kit. The second one was a little bit more personal, but still was talking about things that I was doing in my business, trying to get, to the top of the Costa Rica incentive. And, I got this free stuff, and I have a choice. Which one should I pick? So they're talking about, oh my gosh, those things are awesome. I would totally pick this one. It creates that interaction, but it's not just simply a graphic. So keeping them engaged. This was one of my customers' posts. She had a love for bulldogs. She has a bulldog too. And apparently he loves Scrumptious Sunshine lip balm and tries to lick it off her lips. But I thought it was the cutest thing. And it's so encouraging when your customers are posting in the group too. Don't make it all your posts. Encourage them to post. Have contests. Have a month-long contest. Like, hey, whenever you get your, order in the mail, your samples from me, post it in the group and hashtag Poshmail or something. Make it fun. Make it something that they'll want to do so that other customers will see it. They will comment on there. I think I had something last week where it's Talk About It Tuesday, and I posted, what's your favorite product this week? What are you using and why are you using it? They were talking about ingredients that were in it and why they love the smell of it and why they love the experience. And it got a couple of orders from that just because people were talking about it. Create an interactive atmosphere by having a contest or playing a game from time to time. So those can be part of it, like the things I just talked about. You can also do games because you want to make them feel special. Do something once in a while that's simply just giving away something just to keep them there. I don't do those a lot though. You don't want to give away your whole commission just pampering your VIPs. Have business building games or activities, things that are going to bring you referrals or bookings or girls' nights or things like that. Even if they not watching, or even if they aren't commenting, they are still
Yeah.
watching. I mean, most of the time, I think if you have a group under like 250 people, you can see who is seeing your posts. Even if they're not commenting, it's just like your personal page. Some people don't comment on my Posh stuff, but then you post something else about, you know, your car, and they're commenting on that. They're seeing those other posts too. They might not be interacting, but they're watching. So just keep posting, stay consistent, be patient. It takes a long time to build it up. It might even take a couple of months, 6 months, but if you stick with it, they'll see that you're being consistent, be interactive with them, build those relationships, don't just try and sell things to them, and it will work out for you. And that's it.